Also, on side news, I forgot to mention this. I think EA did a deal with Marvel. They're doing 3 games for them.
Yes.
3 Marvel games. So we'll talk about that on another topic.
Yeah. Ubisoft's got a Star Wars game. EA's got Iron Man and some other Marvel games.
So with the 2 million subscribers, then we go right into another Sony thing. I'm gonna do the other news last. I'm just gonna go with the flow here.
That's fine. No, it's good.
So Sony decided that they're going to announce their PlayStation VR and the PlayStation VR2 actually. And last time we talked, which shout out to Jerome, he was very upset about this. Is for people
that's the recurring theme with Jerome lately.
I know, right? So just caution, throwing the caution here. If you buy a PSVR2, it is not backwards compatible to the first one. You will not be able to play any of the old ones of your collection or whatever games you got over there. So just
you better hold on to your original PSVR.
Yeah. And so with that in mind, it is coming out on February 22nd, 2023, and it will cost you $549.99, or you can get the bundle with Horizon Call of the Mountain for $599.99. So you're looking at about $550 to $600 in all.
So $600 to $630 after taxes.
Yeah, because you might get some games and stuff like that. So you mentioned off air that why am I paying something that's more expensive than a PS5?
Pretty much. Why? But it's funny because I was anticipating this because I had the PS4 and the PS4 Pro, and I was talking to some of my buddies, and they were like, yeah, we're thinking about doing that VR, but we heard this other VR is coming out. We're going to hold off for that. And now I was like, well, what's the point? Because they didn't even keep the original VR sets very well stocked. So it's going to find this niche market, people who have more money to spend. But that's just too much, man. I mean, let me rephrase. That's too much for the average consumer. And I don't know how hard of a VR push they're doing or they're wanting to do to get VR into people's homes. This is not the way to do it because you tell me, I think of one of my nephews. He just got a PS5, begging for it for years. Mm-hmm. You're going to tell me he's going PS5. He's going to turn right back around and ask his mom or his dad, "Hey, can I get the PSVR2? What the hell is PSVR2? Oh, it's a virtual reality headset. Well, how much is it? $550. What?
Yeah.
We all know how that conversation is going to go. It's like, what? It's $550. It's going to transport you to another world? Are you about to have your real life sword art?
I almost feel like it's not towards them then. You know what I mean? This product is more for people, more for the hardcore fans.
Honestly, with this and other products, tech, video cards, all that stuff, it really feels like most of the stuff is towards the tech enthusiast / content creator market, because there's a huge content creator market and there's a huge amount of people who will spend the money to buy that and wear that and make content with it. Obviously, there's regular, non-creator consumers as well, but with $549 in this economy,
so it's weird because I think this price wouldn't be so bad if it didn't have to require a PS5. If you got it by itself for what it is, I think that's an easier pill to swallow. But the fact that, if I'm correct here, you need the PS5.
Yes. Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So just like the PS4, this is more of an add-on than its own thing, and I wish it was its own thing. And then maybe that pill will be easier to swallow. Because
another way to easier swallow it, if it was backwards compatible with the PSVR game.
That's fine, but regardless of that, to even if a kid wanted that, let's say someone just wants the VR and then got told that you have to get a PS5 for that. So basically, if you really think about VR, would honestly cost you $1,000 because you need that piece of hardware in order to enjoy this. So it's almost, the price is very misleading. It's almost like you really look at it, it's $1,000. You're going to be paying $1,000 for it. if
more
you're
or
going to
less,
get it straight up for what it is.
To access the PlayStation 5 VR space, if you have absolutely nothing, you got to pony up for the system and the VR kit. Now, I'm sure after release they will, if they're smart, they'll do some VR kits, some bundles that may save you some money. Maybe you'll save $100 or $200. But and this is coming on the heels of Meta or Facebook's new headset that's $1,500.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, what the hell are we? As technology matures, it's supposed to get cheaper, not more expensive.
Yeah. And so with that, I wish that they found a way to do it separately, because at least those the meta stuff, fine. Yeah, this is expensive as hell, but at least it's just that, right? You're not saying, hey, you need A, B, and C to enjoy D. Unlike the PS5 and the VR2, you got to have both in that way. And I think it kind of sucks. And it kind of fears me, because if people swallow this, that means who knows what the next gen consoles or whatever the hell the next idea they're going to do with the consoles, either it's going to be like upgrades to it or whatever, or selling a new package with the upgrades one. How much that going to cost? Because is $500 going to be the limit of for going on for the next gen? Might be costing more.
It'll be worth whatever people will pay for it.
Exactly.
Keep in mind, this is not new. Remember back in the 90s, we had the Sega CD, we had the Sega 32X. Both you had to have a Sega Genesis console to use.
Right. And I didn't pan out very well.
No, it didn't. It didn't. Well, that was multiple reasons, but that's neither here nor there. Add-ons are a gamble. Sony is gambling on the fact that they got the hotness, they got the power, and VR. From a certain perspective, this is actually one of the cheaper ways to enter VR game space, because you don't have to worry about a computer, an advanced graphics card, and a VR headset on top of that, which is expensive.
Sure, but not in Sony's case. Not in this situation. VR. It's different if the VR2 can work on a PC, but it doesn't. At least that no. I feel like it's only connected with that PS5. If it could also be PC too, maybe it's both worlds would be great. Then you got two options.
Yeah, but the Sony's marketing it's like, hey, this is probably the cheapest way you're going to get into VR gaming this generation. We're you already have a PS5. Boom, you're halfway there.
I don't know. You could be right.
I don't like the price. I hope. I don't want to say it. I want it to fail, because there are people who like VR who want to enjoy it. But I hope there is a price correction or something, or they unveil something that makes it
how it's going to be. If there is a price correction, it's going to be how the sales go, and then they'll slice it off midway or something like that if it's not working well. But they're going to stay confident with this and see what happens with it. I think Sony always come in really hard with the price, and then they start reducing it when they get a newer version of the console coming out or whatever.
It's like we're having the PS3 release back to back.
Yeah, but I think what Sony's trying to do in the long run, they're trying to, out of all the three big guys, they're each trying to own some area that no one's conquering in their thing. Like, we know Nintendo is conquering the mobile, not so much mobile, but more of the traveling with your console.
Yeah.
Portable. They're owning that space. Sony wants to own the VR, and then Xbox wants to own
everything else.
Yeah, they want to own more of the not streaming, but more of the
methods to play it.
Yeah. Access. They're owning the access of getting to the stuff. So I can see what they're all trying to do, but so far Sony's is the most expensive direction they're going so far.
Yes. Golly. I'm still kind of salty. It's like, holy crap. Let's say you get the PS5 bundle and the Horizon VR bundle. That is $1,200, man.
So,
Merry Christmas.
So let me ask you a question, because I personally am not really ready to go in the VR. It has not hit me yet to be interested. Were you ever interested at all? Because if it was at a price, would that be a consideration for you?
I'll put it this way. I have an HTC Vive headset set up or gathering dust on my shelf that I could set up tonight and play. I got it for a ridiculously good deal. I'm still not really super hyped because, to be honest, there's there hasn't really I haven't seen anything VR wise that's just like, wow, I gotta get in on this. It's don't get me wrong, it's the tech's fun. There's a lot of fun games out there. I've seen it, but nothing that's really just grabbed me and said you're gonna play this or you're gonna go to hell. That kind of nothing's commanded my attention.
Okay.
Nothing's commanded. It's a mixture of you got to have a killer app and you got to have a affordable way to get it into people's hands, and those two aren't together. Beat Saber don't count. Beat Saber's fun, but Beat Saber does not count.